So this is the Nikon 85mm 1.2 sitting on my Z9. Nikon Australia were nice enough to send me one for use for a couple of days, so this is what I did with it. Okay, and first off, just for what it's worth, I'm not being paid to make this video by Nikon. They were just nice enough to send me the lens. And here it is once again, sitting on the Nikon Z9. Now, predominantly this video will be about the 85mm 1.2, but I will also have some footage on there of the 24-70 2.8 on the RS3pro. This was actually the second shoot that I had done with the Z9 on the RS3pro, so a little bit of fine tuning, but the actual dialed in details I will leave a link in the video below from the video that I watched, just to show you what it was. Now, as you'll see in the info, I do like to shoot mostly on 8K. Some of the stuff was in 4K 120, but 8K does come in handy for this kind of thing with like dynamic zoom, where basically you can kind of push in almost 200% to get a bit of extra movement in the shot. Okay, now onto the 85mm footage. Here we go. So all of this footage was shot on Nikon Z9 in RAW video, mostly at 8K, but I've also shot at 4K 60 frames and 120, and you'll see in the notes the bits where I've slowed down to 50% or 25%. It's on a 24p timeline in 4K. Now, the majority of times I actually do shoot just in the 10-bit analog in HDR mode, but when you're shooting live productions, I find under LED lighting that it does help to shoot RAW. Coming up is an example of 200%, so that's an 8K footage on, this is a shot on a 4K timeline. That was the exact same framing, it's just punched in 200%. You do tend to find that you actually get more of a 1.2 look when you do have some foreground, such as the crowd. All the footage with the 85mm is actually just a handheld. You will find that obviously some bits, and I have left it quite raw. I haven't cropped out all the bad bits, that you can actually see that being handheld, it looks like a tripod. Now this is back to the 24-70 with the RS3pro. The funny thing is I've actually shot this a few times handheld, and it is, you can get away with a nice left to right pan slide kind of thing handheld, but as far as walking around the venue, it's definitely much better on a gimbal, and this is no image stabilization either in DaVinci Resolve. Okay, just coming up to now another good example of 8K cropped into 200%. There we go. Just gives you an extra shot. Once again, showing you a bit of the handheld, just me kind of framing up, waiting for that glow stick wand. Using a bit more of the crowd to show the depth of field. And now we're back to a little bit of 120 frames. And we're just going to slow that down to 25%. Obviously you can see a little bit of flicker in the screen, but that's always going to happen. Get a snake charmer, a bit of a tail whip. But I must say the 120 frames on the Nikon Z9 is buttery smooth. Well, that's about it for now. I'll just leave you with the promo video that I made, and hope this video has been helpful. Cheers.